The latest reports from Pakistan describe conditions growing steadily worse there. More and more deaths are reported from nationwide floods created by record high rainfalls, and the country is appealing for international aid.
Some of that is coming from fundraising efforts in this region and the rest of Canada, and from a pharmacist in Brantford whose aim is to help people in Pakistan survive this national tragedy. Al Sweeney reports.
Waters from record rainfalls are blamed so far for more than 1,200 deaths in Pakistan, including over 400 children. A third of the country is underwater. Farms and crops are swamped. People are left with no food, no drinking water, and no homes.
Here, just look at this one. The poor, this is how.
As a pharmacist in Brantford, he's focused on medicines that could mean life or death for people in Pakistan. Medicines for things like dengue fever and malaria spread by mosquitoes breeding in the floodwaters.
Chloroquine, because of the malaria, the stagnant water, all kind of mosquitoes are there. Then there's a dengue there, the fever. And for all fever and all those things, we are taking paracetamol or acetaminophen. And there's the diarrhea.
He's planning to fly there this month to deliver up to $50,000 worth of drugs that could keep people alive, along with mosquito nets and food for people in a region where livestock and farm crops have been destroyed.
If you have lost everything, your worldly possession, you have no place to sit, you have nothing, your crop is gone, your animals are gone, what you're going to do? Just for a minute, think about it. The only thing is the survival.
Thousands of families are homeless now, 1,000.
In Pakistan, his associate Salahuddin Zia says the situation is horrible for flood victims.
I just can't express their feeling, sir. I just can't express their feeling. Because they have nothing to eat, no water, shortage of water is there. They are drinking all those rainwater which is there in the ponds.
They work through a charity that regularly helps Pakistan and say it's critical to respond to the flooding crisis.
It will save lives if we don't give them. See, dengue is there, malaria is there, typhoid is there. So kids are being affected. So can you imagine if kids are wiped off or wiped away, which means half of the generation is gone? You know, it's terrible.
We cannot even imagine for a second, not even for a second, what they are going through.
So other organizations in this area are raising funds for Pakistan. The Hamilton Mosque says it's putting together money to pay for a shipment of medicine. But there's another aspect of these floods. Pakistan's government says the country is responsible for less than 1% of the world's carbon emissions, but it's one of the countries that's being hit the hardest by climate change.